Well, hi there, it's Rob. I thought I'd do a quick video on the back of what Andy did the other day about acoustic treatment of a building. So I thought, yeah, I'd do it from the beach house. Now, if I just take you outside and show you what the beach house looks like from outside. Um, there it is, in all its glory. Uh, it's actually just a summer house, it is, but if I take it inside, it's quite nice. As you can see, it's a bit of a junkyard at the moment. So, the reason I'm doing this is because we're talking about acoustic treatment, and I just wanted to do something along the lines of, do I need it? And if so, how do you use it and how much does it cost? Well, the first thing to say is, what is acoustic treatment? Because Andy was talking about the principles of it and stuff you can use in place of. Well, I've actually got some acoustic treatment because here is a piece of acoustic treatment. It's a specially made foam, and it's special because it absorbs sound. There's different styles, different shapes. Here's a longer one, which is more of a trap that he was talking about. So that would go, for example, in this building, in the corner like that, or perhaps across the ceiling. The whole point of acoustic foam in a building is to tame the room acoustics. So, do you need it and is it important? Well, the answer is yes and no. If you're the type of person online who's going to be doing things like this, which is off phone, and really isn't that critical on acoustic, probably not. But as you progress in the world of online blogging, there'll be occasions when you're given material off several cameras, or you just want to do something that's a bit out of the norm. And what this stuff is for, where you'll find this is useful, is you need an environment where when you're playing back the treatment, the audio, you want to be really critical. Now, in a room like this, to be perfectly honest, the acoustics are awful. They're good and awful in one sense, because this wood, and it's an odd-shaped room, it actually works quite well, but you get a lot of bleed of sound coming in. But what I like about this room is this quirkiness. You know, to be an online blogger, you want something that's a bit different, and certainly, you're not going to get much more quirky than this. But if I was doing serious blogging and I wanted to do it from a really good location, then obviously what I would do, even in this building, my playback has to be from a digital audio workstation, or DAW as it's called, a computer. And I would have studio quality speakers, and I would use acoustic treatment, purely because if I'm doing a project that has multiple cameras and each one's got different sound, and I want the sound to match up, unless I'm hearing an accurate representation of that sound, it would drive you wild. For example, if you're watching this and all of a sudden the sound went off, you wouldn't know what the heck I'm on about. Whereas if the visuals went off but my voice carried on, you could still continue the conversation. You know what I was talking about. So sometimes people think that sound is a poor relation in media. It's actually as important. Now, Andy has had a career in radio. Now, radio is slightly different, you see, because with radio, it's all about, there's a lot of psychology. If you're listening with your ears to a radio broadcast, you're actually, without knowing it, being really critical. And if there's something off in the sound, it will register in your brain. If you're watching a video and audio together, it doesn't do it as much. So therefore, it on one level isn't as important. So as regards, should you use audio treatment in a room, that's dependent on whether the room is that bad you have to do something with it, or whether you think it just looks cool. But more importantly, if that room that you're recording in is then the same room that you edit and make videos on, and you need critical listening back, then yes, you do need a treatment. But as Andy said, before you go down the route of spending money on things like this, start with the common sense things. Heavy drips, putting bookcases in there, putting good carpet on the floor, anything that soaks up sound. The easiest and quickest way is to get a music player, put it where you're going to sit, play a bit of music that you know really, really well, and walk around the room. with a notepad and pen, and you might find you walk into a corner and it'll be really bassy. Walk along a wall and it's quite tinny. Walk somewhere else and it's perfect. Walk somewhere else and you can't hear the vocals so well. So what you're doing is you're mapping out the room. Once you map out the room, you can then go and do some online research to see, well, how do I get rid of a bassy sound? How do I get rid of muddy vocals? And you can maybe get away with doing some cheap repairs. So yeah, this is a piggyback on his, in so much that, do you need to go down the route of acoustically treating your room? Quite frankly, only you know that. But above and beyond that is again coming back to, why on earth are you blogging in the first place? What is it you're trying to achieve? If we're Christians, it's to get the message of Jesus Christ out there. And anything that gets the vocal as clear as possible gets a thumbs up from me. But remember, when you got video and audio, give them both equal respect and they'll pay dividends. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care.